Interesting, the hand on the table from the somewhat of the side rail. You don't see that very often. Okay, like a firm cut break. 3 down and an open side pocket, it looks like, Carl.
Yeah, the only player we've seen so far playing the firm cut break. Most of the players have decided to break the conventional way, straight down the middle ace. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and I think he has a pocket for the 1. It appears it goes by the 5. Yes, it does. In very natural position, just 1 rail over for the 2.
This is the situation, what is key for Abdullah. Got to get off to a good start. The minute you start to miss a few balls out there, the back arm gets tighter and tighter. And this is a really good chance now. Just look at where the balls are sitting.
Yeah, he really couldn't have drawn it up any better on the 2 ball. Naturally fall for the 4, most likely in the upper corner. I don't see the point in drawing between the 7 and 4 here. Should go between the 4-9 with the cue ball. Oh, he followed the ball. Didn't really recognize that was available, Carl.
Yeah, that's fine for Abdullah. Unfortunately, Abdullah's countryman, Omar Al-Shaheen, he was in the tournament. Then he had to withdraw. I believe he spilled coffee on his passport. I'm sure that's what I've heard. Can you imagine that? You spilled a drink on your passport and you're not allowed to fly.
Yeah, I heard there was a little bit of visa issues as well, so it's a funny day and age, right? It's very sensitive traveling. So he's in a good position here, just 1 rail up for the 9 in the lower left. But as you alluded to, very much exactly what Abdullah needs, especially after the last time he was in this setting. He didn't play his best pool. Of course, he had a great week at the World Pool Championships, though. And I think that's the difference I see between the first time I put my eyes on Abdullah versus now. Kind of gets into himself a lot more, and I think when you do that, you play your best pool.
Abdullah Alyousef.
They'll come back.
Abdullah Alyousef
Whenever
to
you're
break,
trailing 4-0
leading 1-0.
in a race to 7, you've got it all to do.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at as far as just watching his demeanor as he was trailing in that match. And it looked like he was trying to stay very focused just in case he got the opportunity. That one ball that to open the 5th rack for Kachi, I think that's what really turned it around. Pretty routine shot for the Albanian, and he let it slip away, and really kind of things went against him after that, I thought.
So Abdullah, he's playing the hard cut break, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's probably not wanting to make the 1, trying to get it around the table. Pushed up nice on the 2. A little bit of a cut, but very natural 2-rail position on the 3. And this is his strong suit, in my opinion, is pocketing the ball. And what I was talking about earlier is the difference is he really is just concerned with himself, and that's really when you play your best pool. I know it's hard to do in the big settings, but if you can get to that, state of mind, I guess, you usually play really well.
Extension, please.
I think this is a smart consideration. I think he's still drawing a bit of an angle on this 5, so he should get across for the 7.
That'll work. Got a nice angle here. You could probably hold it to play the 8 in the bottom left as well, so this is just the start you needed.
A little thin, but a little bit of left English. Little check.
So, just like the previous match,
Wins the second.
Abdullah Alyousef break and runs the first 2 racks in this match.
This tournament is a dream for any player. So this is my first time coming to fight for the tournament, and of course I will do my best. Niels, he's a great player and he earned my respect. As I said, I come here to fight for the tournament, and I will do my best, of course. Of course I want to win this tournament.
Nice words there from Abdullah. Will we ever see somebody run the set out, do you think, at the Masters?
Well, Jason Shaw says it's going to happen. He's been pretty on point the last few years.
I'm not so sure we'll see it. I think something always kind of happens, doesn't it? Once you get to 3 or 4 racks, something will spoil it.
Yeah, it's hard to really, to be honest with you, to leave it behind also, right? Just like a big miss, you have to leave good things behind and get on with it. And if you put 4 or 5 together, you get a little bit of a tester. You know you've put 4 or 5 together, so not only do the balls have to agree, you got to keep your emotions in check. And here we go, snookered in the 3rd game.
Niels will know this. He'll be sat in his chair ball watching. That's what a pool player often does when he's not at the table, so he knows he's going to get up and have a look. Abdullah's going to be playing the push out.
I like this push out here on the left side of the table, just leaving, an edge on the 3. You want to make this safety difficult as possible.
Push out called. Niels, your option.
And for your first shot, it's hard to pass this one, but still a difficult shot. I mean, you got to take this, I think. I know the 6 is a big ball to get by, but it looks to me he can overcut the 3 to the right long rail and run the cue ball by the 6 coming down behind the 7-9 possibly. The 8's a big ball as well. Don't think I let this go if I'm Niels.
Play again, please.
And you see a lot more of this in today's game than I saw years ago, as far as passing up on the rollout.
I mean, you can only think maybe Niels is thinking he's not had a shot yet.
Yeah, exactly. But Abdullah's, he's the one who rolled out here, right? And he's executed pretty well so far. It's kind of elevating a little bit.
Attention, please.
It could be a pocketable ball. I don't think Niels would have passed on that. Yeah, the 6 was that big ball I was talking about. Just caught it a hair heavy. I think you have off the left side of the 3 here, Carl, huh? With the 6-7-9 the way it lays. And come down where he's at there with the cue.
Extension called.
You have to play, of course, the 3 a little thicker into the bottom rail where it hits the side rail and comes back out towards the middle. You do not want to leave a jump shot with the object ball hanging over the hole.
Yeah, I do believe that's probably what Niels is looking at. He's concerned about the 3.
Oh, he spun his ball. I thought he would hit a more natural cue ball. Pretty fortunate to get the 8 as the snooker there. Thought he would play just the natural thick hit on the 3 to get the path on the cue ball, but really his first shot at the table, right?
Okay, jump cue.
Yeah, I don't think he's going for the make here. Maybe. Yeah, he's trying to bang it around the table. Hard to control it with the jump cue. And what happens is you don't feel as much power with the jump cue, right? So you tend to overhit it sometimes when you're trying to move the object ball. Well, that's a great stroke.
Niels does everything so good, very consistent.
Yeah, stays in great shape at all times, and he's dealt with a few injuries through his career, oddly. You don't see that in pool a whole lot, but he's going to be on the wrong side of the 8 here, and he's going to have to work the cue ball or take a bit more of a shot on the 9.
Yeah, this has just changed the shot completely. Should be okay if we can spin it over to where his hand is.
Kind of punched it a little bit, trying to create a little more angle.
Yeah, so the 9 vanishes there from the former 2-time Masters champion. Niels Feijen is finally off the board. We're going to take a short break.
Fourth break. Niels Feijen to break. Trailing 2-1.
So Niels is breaking in the fourth. Niels likes to ball pelt down the middle.
You can't imagine him not liking this besides this 3-ball, but the 3-6 up in the corner looks pretty tasty. So being able to lay up with this 1-7 combo, he should be able to gain a pretty easy angle on the 1-9, that 3-6 combo.
Yeah, we're sat right behind that. It's sat perfect for a combination. Is he going to draw back now? Try and make both balls?
Wow. I don't. He must not have looked that the combo was makeable. Maybe did he overlook the combo up in the corner there, Carl?
Yeah, he's definitely not looked at that. If he had, you would think he would have played the 1 onto the 7 a lot slower to keep the table.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's interesting because, you know, after the break, you have time, right? You have an extension as well, and really getting on this 3-6 combo.
Extension, please.
It's almost shootable now, to be honest with you. It's not that far from cuttable, right?
It's almost like he's still not looked at that.
Yeah. Because I know it's a lot of angle, but you can work the ball back for the 3, it looks like. Yeah, he's left a decent cross-side kick here. You know, this is the type of kick shot you want to kick with, not really hard, but you don't want to baby it too much. You can get a little separation here coming off either side of the 3 if you don't make it. So a medium maybe. He kicked with a lot of speed, but I agree with definitely adding some speed to the shot.
This is a chance for Niels. One thing I've noticed about Niels' game over the last 2 or 3 seasons is he does seem to miss a few more balls than he once did. But he hit that one pure.
Sure did. Didn't overhit it. Didn't lay off it either. Just really right. I would call it a real flush stroke. But he's the guy that's had a resurgence, right? A little bit. He's worked hard, trying to get back to, you know, the level he wants to get to, and that's winning events. This has been overstruck a little bit, so he's got to make a decision here. Do I draw the cue ball with low left English, trying to run off the long rail and then the top rail? Or can I get this in with just a high ball? Side pockets do not give much here. And a little quick, maybe with the transition. Just barely caught the point, I guess, right?
Yeah, didn't see that one coming. I know he lost position a little bit, but didn't look too difficult. And what a gift for Abdullah. And this will give Abdullah confidence. Whenever you see your opponent miss a chance like that, that just gives you something, doesn't it? It's nice.
And Abdullah really, I mean, he missed the safety earlier that wasn't easy, but overall he's played a very nice opening 4 games. What's going to be 4 games after this easy is made.
Abdullah Alyousef wins the rack.
So the mistake has cost Niels Feijen rack 4. He trails 3 racks to 1. He's got it all to do, you feel, in this match.
I love it. I go for walks all the time. Weather's pretty much always nice here. There's a lot of hidden gems, like small restaurants and alleys and stuff. You can just get lost in the side streets. Always nice to come back. The format nowadays with the winter break, balls are a bit tapped. You have to start off really strong and fast. That's basically the key. These pockets, I mean, it really makes it tougher and more fair. If you miss the ball, you really miss the ball. It's not going to slop in. Very strong player. People don't really know him yet. Underrated player, but very solid. So very dangerous. At the moment, I'm not too busy about winning. I just want to enjoy my game. I want to try and come out of the gates full force and just take it from there.
Well, he spoke about a fast start, and we've just seen him miss the 5 ball, so
The 5th rack.
that's going to slow him down a
Abdullah
little.
Alyousef to break, leading 3-1.
Yeah, and the lag, right? I mean, the lag is the real starter in these matches. Talked about it yesterday, the way the table's breaking. You're going to win the lag and put some racks together. And Abdullah's done that. Oh, first dry break of the tournament? That's the problem with the cut break. Sometimes you're going to get that kiss on that corner ball because the corner ball doesn't have as much power going to the hole. I don't know if we'll see it on a replay or not, but watch the corner ball. Still track. Oh, it did hit low. Okay. I think that's the first dry break of the event.
Push out called.
Yeah, the racking's going to change, isn't it? The more and more break shots we see.
Abdullah, it's your choice.
Yeah, the table will usually tighten up even more. The break usually will come up, not, greatly different, but an occasional dry break probably, maybe some 9-ball movement at times. So he's going to take this on. Looks like he's going to play the 1 towards the 4. I don't think he can get behind the 3 and 2. Maybe just uses the 9 here. I don't think you want to put a ton of side spin on this shot behind the 2 or the 3. No, the 1 didn't contact the 4. That was part of the plan there.
It's a very tricky part of the game, safety in 9-ball. It often goes very underrated, but so many times you might play a safety shot and you make a mess of it, and then back to the table, you're hooked and in a world of trouble.
And early in the racks, right? It really requires a snooker, because if you leave these quality players just a sliver of the ball, they're going to take advantage. They kick out of a lot, early in the games because there's so many balls still left on the table. I think he's supposed to go for this jump, whether he tries to make it or bank it back down table. This one here, even though it looks a ball, when you're jumping a ball, you could actually make this in the corner and scratch by the 3.
Yeah, the noise you could hear was the jump cue rubbing on Abdullah's microphone.
He really put the emphasis on the 1 ball, and I don't blame him there. Getting behind the 3 or the 2 is a bonus. Looks like he can get out a little one. Can he cross corner this in a safe kind of manner? I don't think it's makeable cross corner. Oh, he was going for the 4. Or, excuse me, the 5.
Needs these to sit on top of each other.
He's got to try and run back behind the 5, I think, moving the 1 up the rail towards the 9. That was a very difficult kiss shot, especially from 8 feet away.
Extension, please.
Guess he could thin this ball also going towards the pink 4 with the cue ball, using the 7-8 for the snooker.
You're tuning in for the first time. After contact, you must hit a rail unless you pocket the ball.
He may have a little sliver of this one. He's not really looked down past it, the 8, but that camera angle told me maybe he had a little piece of the 1. He's going to love this.
Yeah, he's going to love this. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, this got very difficult. He's got to draw this a bit. That way he can get to the second rail here and come underneath the 1. Oh, he caught it going in.
They'll be delighted with this outcome.
Yeah, Never expected to get the cue ball back down table on that kick shot. Is he coming behind this here? No. It's just a containing shot.
Turning into a big rack, this one, you feel, don't you?
For sure. I mean, we haven't seen anyone get past 4 games whenever they've lost the match. This is kind of touchy as well. Does he go to 3 with the cue ball here? Oh, that's going to hurt.
Ooh, that is not good, is it, JJ?
No, and he had an opportunity to come off the bottom of the 1 going back behind the 2, trying to put the 1 maybe a little past the 7, but I didn't mind his shot. I just thought it was kind of touchy.
Yeah, now Abdullah's got a real good chance here. Pink 4 ball is going to be the ball that Niels and we're all looking at, because it does go up past the purple 5, so he's got to try and get from that 3 ball, the red 3, down bottom end of the table for the pink 4.
Yeah, it's not easy with the 7 there, so he may end up having to change plans here in a moment. That's a little light. This may actually work out better than coming 1 rail, in my opinion. You're just drawing the ball back to the cut shot. I think it was going to be difficult to use the side rail and get in position on that 4. Usually an effortless draw stroke from Abdul.
Well, I'll tell you what, that might be the best shot of the event so far. That is not easy.
Yeah, well, I saw that in Milton Keynes. He drew the ball very easily. Very powerful stroke.
Look at that. Come back absolutely straight as an arrow. Oh, this is a better performance from Abdullah. What I mean by that is the semi-final he lost to Albin Ocean. He looked a little edgy. That was his first time at the Worlds in the centre court table, if you like. So, it's his key.
Yeah, well, his opponent didn't help him out any. Albin Ocean's a tough guy to beat, and he applies a lot of pressure because, you know, mistakes are at a premium, right? I think Abdullah's worked on his cueing as well. It was never bad, but it just seems better. Could cheat the pocket a little bit here. He's just got a really nice, crisp strike of the cue ball. No reason to flirt here. You can easily move the cue ball a little bit off the 8 if needed.
Yeah, don't be getting too close to that 9 ball. Just leave the cue ball in the centre of the table. Nothing silly.
Oh, he's overcut this? No, okay. Wow, what a nice touch. It's on a string right now, Carl.
Tricky rack, he's took these well, and well, this is how to apply pressure on your opponent. Niels Feijen has had 2 chances in the last 2 racks.
Abdullah Alyousef.
But he's doing a fine job.
lightly, that's for sure. He looks very comfortable
Abdullah
out there
Alyousef
so
to break,
far.
leading 4-1.
Yeah, the winner of this match, JJ, will go on to face Naoki Oi.
Boy, what a guy that just, even though he's, oh my, all right, he was going to lose the cue ball there, so a bit of fortune on the break. Didn't cut that one quite as much. That dry break, I think, was on his mind there, Carl.
Yeah, and that is the danger of the cut break. If you hit a little full like this, the cue ball can flirt towards the pocket, and he's dodged the bullet there as Abdullah got a little lucky.
Yeah, and he's a little flat on the one, but again, don't try to overdo it. Get yourself off the rail to take the 2 in the corner. The 4's easy.
Can he spin it with high ball, or is he going near the 5?
I think he powers this. No, he can with a high ball. Maybe he just goes straight high, no inside. Powerful stroke though. Oh, good call, Carl. You hit that perfect. And he looks as comfortable as anyone I've seen. I mean, Fortunski looked really, really comfortable, but as far as doing everything he's wanted to do so far, right? I don't think no player's been better. Uh-oh.
The commentator's curse has struck again. This is what Niels has been waiting for. Sometimes it doesn't come, but it has done. This is a chance now to get back in this match, and Abdullah is going to be sat there fuming with himself. Didn't need to hit it that hard, did he, JJ? Put a right good hook on the ball.
Yeah, you can tell the cue ball wasn't. Yeah, I was wondering about this shot here. I kind of thought he may kind of cut it and run the cue ball with inside English. It's very hard to make the ball check on this slick table from that flat angle.
Yeah, Niels knows that, so that's a little
Yeah, he's almost got to contact the 5 here, I think. Maybe a soft spin with some left. He doesn't want to get into it with a draw stroke. That could offer a lot of problems.
Extension called.
Maybe even losing the cue ball. Can't really come 2 rails and cut the 5, I don't think. He's got to try and get into the 5 ball here.
Yeah, watch the scratch in the top left as well.
Yeah, that's the one I would have been worried about.
It was close, wasn't it? It was tracking. He'd have been a little worried.
And he came behind it, which is the scratch possibility. I think he was trying to go into the ball more, but now this did him no favors, even though he does have a shot. Did he catch the 5 going in? No, he caught right behind it.
Oh, this is horrible, this shot. It really is.
What's he going to do? Bump the 6 here? Is he trying to come across? That was a nice recovery.
Yeah, it's not ideal on the 6, but that was a really good pot with left spin.
Yeah, he didn't really elevate the cue a ton. I think he wanted to simplify the making the ball. Maybe he bumps the 6 coming across, but he certainly doesn't scratch as well, right?
Yeah, it's amazing when you watch them slow-mos, what happens with the cue ball. Because of the dots, you can see exactly how the cue ball rolls. It almost like skids along the felt.
Oh, that was way thin. And this cue going to track to the rail, but a cuttable 6 ball. And
I think Niels has missed a trick there. I think the safety. Just take your medicine, JJ, split the balls.
Yeah, and I don't know if he kind of hit up on the ball, and that is definitely a sign of usually you'll overcut the ball a lot of times. It's almost like the opposite of a skid. It doesn't quite grab the object ball as much when you hit upward with the stroke. I wouldn't get too tricky with the cue ball here. Backside of the 7, I think.
This looks good, JJ.
Very good.
So he's been let off the hook a little bit here as Abdullah. Niels has had a couple of chances.
Little off angle going towards the 9, so he should just get a little past the side is all. Oh, he put a lot into that. He's got to watch out. This a little bit. I was kind of wondering there. I don't mind him not stunning, but you got to know it's going to get close to the 9. So you usually take a little off the cue ball in that sense.
This is a big shot in the context of this match. He's got the 2-time former champ on the ropes. Is the 9 in? Is well, there's a selfie enjoying the action here in Gibraltar. And why not? What a place to be for this year's Masters.
87th rank. Abdullah
She's
Alyousef
enjoying
to
her
break,
time here, just like
leading
we
by
are.
5 breaks to 1.
Me and JJ bringing you all this match action. And what a match this is. Abdullah Alyousef, on paper, was second favourite in this match.
Oh, he left the cut break behind there. Hit him dead square, and he's got to love it. He's got a beautiful shot on the 1. Gonna have to play a little bit of a combination on the, it looks like anyways, on the 2-6. May be able to play the 2 off the rail, off the 6 in the corner. We'll see. Kind of depends on how close he can get to this combo, huh, Carl?
Yeah, he wants to be right behind it, doesn't he? That will make life a lot easier.
Trying to draw one rail out. That's difficult on the slick table. Oh, he's trying to get behind it. Did it have a pocket by the 7? I guess it did. Now you just got to use your skill to tuck him behind the 6. I call this type of shot just use your talent, you know. You got to just work the cue ball mildly. Just a 6, you could be in real trouble. But
Nineball's going to come to the rescue, so that's okay.
Niels has got to like the kick shot overall, though. This isn't bad.
Is he going to try and kick and stick?
I think so. Now, the slick table, even though he can see a piece, I like the kick shot a little better myself, but...
Extension.
Extension, please.
Looks like he's going to go at that piece of the 2 here. Surprising, but on the slick table, you can still scratch kicking behind this. Where's he going with the cue ball here, Carl? This is a difficult play.
Yeah, he's trying to play off the edge, right?
Yeah. Oh, what a hit.
Oh,
What a hit.
What a beautiful shot that is. They're not easy. The older you get, once them years.
Well, 5-1 down, too. I mean, you could easily, 8 out of 10 players say, I don't want to shoot that from that position. I want to kick behind that ball. And I know he didn't get the snooker, but he's got to be happy with the contact. Does he play the bank here? Not sure what he's looking at.
Extension, please.
It's kind of difficult to run the cue ball long off of this shot with control. Gotta figure he's coming off the right side of the 2. He did play the bank. And a fluke, maybe.
Just to confirm, both of you have used the extension. It is not marked down. The 4 ball is frozen.
He's going to have to shoot this a bit, I think. I don't know if he can roll it and really contain everything.
Yeah, whenever your opponent is 2 racks away, so they're not on the hill, you always feel like you've got a bit of breathing space. Niels wants to keep him on 5. The minute Abdullah gets on 6, you feel like you've got a lot of work to do. So these are important moments now for Niels.
Yeah, in a winter break format, it doesn't seem like it should mean so much, that 1 and 2 games you're talking about, Carl, but it's night and day, the feeling if you're the trailing player.
Yeah, the previous match with O'Connor, 4 racks down. He did well. Good to see Dennis back in these events. That's the same for the man on your screen. He's back as well, trying to stay alive in this year's event. Remember, lose, you go home, no double elimination. You get 1 life here at the Masters. I mean, the 7 went in, but it's not how he cued it, is it? I mean, of course, we know you can cheat the pocket a little bit in them instances, but it doesn't make your backhand feel good, that, does it?
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't hit it as clean as he wanted, that's for sure. But happy to get to the breaking end. That's trailing by three games. 45 years old, the Terminator. That ranking should climb. And really the only title, I think, eluding this man, right? The U.S. Open?
Yeah, I don't think he's won the US Open. Not sure if he's been to the final.
Not, I don't recall a final. He's got one World Nineball Championship. He's been one of the best players for Europe in the Moscone Cup. Abdullah Alyousef, age 39.
Same age as me, JJ.
Yeah, 40's coming, boys. 40's coming. You can't dodge it.
I look phenomenal though at 39, right? Just ignoring me there, JJ.
What's that?
I said I look good for 39.
Oh, no, yeah.
Just sat there, not responding.
No, yeah, you look great, Carl. You look great.
Break.
Oh, I'm joking.
Trailing 5 breaks to 2.
39's young still. Here we have the 45-year-old, the elder in this match, but definitely was the favorite. He's never really backed off on the break. Not too much anyways. What's the 2-ball going to do? He's definitely cutting at this one. The cue ball is going to have some speed, but really no other choice. This overhead will tell us how that one is, and it looks like it's very makeable. Or should be made, let's say that. The 8's a big ball. Don't think he can afford to really spin this in. I think he's just got to kind of flat cut it. Position on the 2, so very important with the 4 all the way back up the table. Oh, quick with the stroke. He made the ball deflect a little bit more with that inside English, and Alyousef back in a prime position.
Yeah, Abdullah's got to like this. He knows Niels has been on the ropes. Couple of pots missed and a couple of poor safeties and maybe a couple of bad decisions. What a chance for Abdullah. 6-2. This is a chance to get on the hill. 6-2 is a big, big lead. Needs an angle on the 2 though, because the pink 4 is going to be the ball after this, and he's not got an angle, so this has gone slightly wrong, JJ.
Yeah, he's got the little bit of the worst angle too, going towards the point on the side pocket if he does follow the ball, and he's going to follow the ball. So he's got to kind of cheat the pocket using a little bit of the rail to pocket the 2. That way the cue ball gets past the side. And the thing about this is you can always try and gain position, of course. Wow, I think he's going to love it. And that's a sign of comfort.
He's done really well there, hasn't he? Really well indeed.
And we're, bringing up his performance in the semifinal of the World Pool Championships. And, that moment, even if you are experienced, can get to anyone. But he's definitely looked the more comfortable player between the 2 in this match at the moment, anyways. Oh, he's going a little inside English. Very short with the cue ball there. Looked to me he got a little worried about pocketing the ball, maybe. Took a little off.
This is the big shot now, isn't it? Playing it into that blind pocket. We've seen a few of these missed this week so far. Whenever you fire this into that, this is just probably far enough there. If he just grazed the right long rail, if he plays it slow enough, it could go.
Yeah, good call, Carl. That's exactly what happened. Had plenty of angle. He really didn't have to put much into the cue ball, so that always opens the pocket a little bit, especially on the slick table. Can't take his eye off this, though. Wants to pinch the cue ball a little bit, I think. Is he opening up here? Wow, very comfortable. overlook these. Anytime you're near the rail with the cue ball.
Yeah, this has got a feel of Alex Pagulayan, Mr. Nine. Very similar to this.
Abdullah Alyousef.
Abdullah Alyousef hasn't. He's on the hill. Great performance so far, it has to be said. But it was the mistake from Niels on the yellow one ball that allowed Abdullah to the table in this rack. Just overcut it, hit it too thin. And then after this, Abdullah Alyousef, well, he played a nice positional shot to get on that dodgy pink 4, and then disposed of the 9. 6 racks to 2. He'll be breaking for the match.
Yeah, and he's had a couple different types of breaks. It's curious to see what he goes with here. I think he'll go back to that head-on break that he used in the last. Not really trying to cut him at all. Not the time you want to end up with a dry break, right? And he almost lost the cue ball on one of the cut breaks, so.
Thank you, the 9th rack. Abdullah Alyousef is breaking on the hill, leading 6-2.
So we've seen cup breaks, and we've seen him break straight down the middle. What's he going to do here?
Corner pocket with the cue ball. He's okay. He's got a shot on the 1. 2 pockets to choose from, and really, if he makes this and gets in line, could be a shot of the rack. I mean, he's got work, of course, but he's had a pretty tidy cue ball in this match, so. I think besides the miss on the 2, right? Not really many mistakes by Alyousef, excuse me. Little two-way shot, Carl.
Yeah, he's played the old 2-way, but he will be disappointed. Of course, he's trying to pot that ball. It was for the match.
Yeah, and I think, to be honest with you, maybe considering two-way maybe causes that miss a little more often rather than just freeing the cue ball up with the stroke, right?
Yeah, it kind of hits you in the back of the mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, take a little off.
Yeah, you're thinking, oh, if I miss, it's okay. I'll get the hook. Trying to draw kick at this ball. 3 rails, 2 rails. Rather.
And he's maybe made the one as well, which isn't going to help things.
And start the clock, please.
So our 2-time champion of this event, Niels Feijen, one of the most liked players on the planet as well, has got one leg out the door, right?
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed with his performance. Abdullah's played well. He has, but Niels has had a couple of chances to just get back in the match and apply some pressure. It just hasn't happened.
Yeah, Niels knows he'll be upset because that break can get no matter the score in this format, get the break going. You can overcome 3, 4, 5 games. Key here coming across, stay off the rail with the cue ball. You can handle a lot of different little angles. Smart shot, just rolling the ball. I might play the backside of the 7 here. It's a little flat, maybe just above. Top inside doesn't look that great to me. I think I just come back. Back 2 rails behind the 7. He just came 1 rail. He's going to be just fine. Got to open up the stroke a little bit here.
He's just 2 balls away from a chance to face off against Naoki Oi in the last 16. He's played a good match here. A simple 9-ball to knock out a former 2-time champ.